My Hero Academia Heroes Rising is the second My Hero Academia film and tells the story of the UA high school students going to an island and basically be heroes there. They help out with the locals with many problems that they have, and they practice on being a hero. And once a new villain arrives to steal quirks from multiple heroes, he goes to this island because one particular boy has a quirk that he doesn't have, and he needs it in order to start a new civilization where it's all power and no heroes and villains rule. It's another villain, in my opinion. I didn't find this one particularly as interesting as other villains, but overall, the heroes are there to stop him, save this boy, and all the locals from this villain. Now, I really enjoy this series, and right now it's in its fourth season, and I would say that maybe the first two seasons are my favorite. The last two I enjoy by think I'm just more attached to the first two seasons. The first movie that came out, Two Heroes, I saw in the theaters with my buddy Jackson, and we really enjoyed it. It was such a fun time. It was one of my favorite movies of 2018, and I was really excited to see Heroes Rising. Unfortunately, 2020 sucks, and I wasn't able to see this movie in theaters. This is a little before the pandemic, but there are so many things going on still and I just did not get a chance to see it. So that's I had to get the movie on Blu-ray, and I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I think I liked this movie a little bit better than Two Heroes. I thought that the final act was awesome. Of course, the action is going to be great. The animation was going to be fantastic. But I always admired just how focused this series was, and I'm talking about the whole franchise as a whole, how it just focuses on what it really means to be a good person and both a hero, and how you should not just overlook people as just objects for you to overcome just to get to a certain point. You have to save as many people as you can, because that's what's going to matter, you helping others. And I thought that this movie presented that very well and was very true to the rest of the series. I love Midori Deku, and I loved all of the characters overall. I thought that each character was able to have their own little moments to shine. You got the series to get to know them all better. So it's not like you could go into this movie and not expect to not like these characters because you don't know them well. You got an entire series and another movie to know these characters and feel attached when certain bad things happen to them. And they get their asses handed to them hard here. The villain here, even though I don't think he's my favorite of any of the villains in My Hero Academia franchise, I still thought that he presented a real threat to our heroes, and actually found myself actually on edge whenever he's on screen. And especially his combatants, which I think are much better characters than he is. I wish they would have gotten more screen time. They were all very fun, and I just had an overall good time with this. A lot of the praises I have with this movie are what you could find in my Two Heroes review that I have up from 2 years ago. Some of the same praises I have, like the action, the animation, the characters, the amazing music, the final act, they're all great here. And even though you could probably say that this movie is a more still version of what came before, if you have not really seen the show, you can't deny it is a whole lot of fun. So for me, I have to give this movie an A, mostly because that villain wasn't as special in my opinion as I thought he could have been. Though I did get his motivation and I understood what he's going to do and why he's doing it, I just didn't feel as attached to him as with others. He did not have that same he did not have like a personality that I could really latch on to. But everything else I loved, and I thought it was a very good time, and I would recommend you guys go check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.